Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to another NoobSquad video. I had gotten a message from a very long time viewer who asked me to do a speed build. I did not have much time or notice, but I went ahead and said okay. So Santa Squad did a bakery and tea shop, and so I figured why not do a pizza shop since they wanted me to do a build of not a home, but of a store or a restaurant. So I did not want to do a store, and so I chose the Pizza Hut. So here we are doing our walls as cheese and pepperoni for the pizza theme, and we are just cleaning the house out, putting some nice floors in, and getting everything ready. And I definitely had to choose again, and then change my mind, and then replace and redo. So it was actually really hard to do this because they wanted me to do it at under a certain amount of time. And I have had build challenges on my channel. You can go back and look at some of our older videos, and an old squad member, Autumn01234, who was actually the very first person to teach me how to glitch build, did a 15-minute challenge where she picked any room in my house and had a $500 budget, and 10 minutes to build, and we rated her 0 to 10, and if she got over 5, she got to get a free legendary pet or the pet of her liking. So if you want to go into our videos and look back for that, there are some build challenges, but I have never been put on the spot like this, guys. So forgive me if you see me kind of, changing it up and then changing it back. This is, again, the first time I have had to do the building. Usually it is the viewers or the squad members that I challenge to build in my home under a certain amount of time. So this is me making the hostess table for the restaurant at the very front of the entrance. And I'm using a hack build or glitch build to use the barrier there to put a board or one of the baby signs right in front of the desk to say hostess. Now I do change that into a smaller board because it was just way too big, but it was a really good fast 3-second idea that I had to put in front of the desk so that we do know that it's the hostess and that you do need to be seated. And we used that sign to go as a picture on the wall. So that was really fun, being able to think of that, because in any other build I wouldn't have thought of that because I only build houses. So that was interesting. And as my first build of a restaurant or anything other than a home, I think I'm doing pretty good. I have the second part coming up with the finished product. I think you guys will really like it, and I really hope that I hear some of your ideas, your thoughts, and what you think about this in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what everyone thinks about it. And also, if you have any suggestions or videos you'd like to see me make, whether it's about making a neon, making a certain type of home, showing you a specific type of glitch, or anything in that regard, just please leave that down in the comments below, and I would love to make a video just for you. So I will say it is pretty difficult, and I would not have thought so in the beginning, but with the different pizza benches, booths, tables, I did not know that there were like 2 different round tables, that there were certain type of square cloth tables, that there were extra super long benches or extra super long tables. You know, I had no idea, absolutely no idea how many different choices that there were, and it was really hard because you have to be able to know where everything's going to go, how it's going to be placed, how many placemats are going to fit, how many chairs are going to fit. And then I thought, maybe I should build a wall right in the middle with a barrier and put both of the booths right there up against each other, and that helped me a lot. And it took me a long time. You're not going to see it in the first half of this build video, but it took me a long time to find the stools. They are the color of the pizza furniture, but they are bar stools, and one would think they'd be in the pizza part of the furniture selections, but they're not. I mean, it took me forever to find them. But I'm really loving the pepperoni and cheese walls. Funny story. Everybody who watches enough of my videos knows that I absolutely, positively adore Kristen Plays and Kristen Speed Builds. I absolutely adore her. She is an amazing creative YouTuber. And I actually, after seeing this, I'm not playing, before I finished up the second half, I did take a break to go ahead and save the first half. And after I had done the very first half, which is what you're seeing now, I went over to see some ideas about decor for the pizza shop, and I noticed we had the exact same wall idea. Now, the reason that we both probably did the same thing is I know that wallpaper for the whole entire room is super expensive, and I also know that you can use thin flooring for a background on the wall and make it whatever color you want without filling the entire room, which in this case is a huge room, with that exact wallpaper. And I knew that there are different shapes that I could color any color, and that I could get for a couple of Adoptme dollars. So that's most likely the reason we both thought alike. Or it could be the possibility that I watch her build hacks all the time, and that's the only reason I'm a good builder. Definitely have to give all kudos to her. So here I am, just trying to figure out these booth situations, because you have to figure out which booth and which table is going to complement the other. And that was actually really difficult. As I said, there were so many options, but it's like a puzzle if you're doing more than just like one table. It's really hard to figure out, okay, so what square table goes with what, and what booth goes with what round table, or does it need a square table, or does it need chairs, etc., etc. So, like I said, I have never done anything other than a home build before in my entire Adoptme career. But, yes, I probably wouldn't have done this, especially so late at night. But a very long time viewer had asked me in a personal message. And by the way, like I said before, guys, if you would like to see me build or do something specific and make it into a video, you don't have to private message me. I do read all my comments. I'm not that big of a YouTuber. I'm not Leah Ash. You know, I don't have thousands and thousands of comments. So I do actually get to all of them, and I try to reply to all of you guys and leave thumbs ups and even little hearts for you all, because I appreciate your commentary, and I appreciate your thoughts and everything else, and all the love and support that the squad gives to me. I really do, guys. Thank you for that. So it looks like our tables are pretty much all together, and at this point I am building the pizza bar that, well, I don't know what to call it. It's called a sushi table, but it's a pizza table. So I'm using 2 barriers here, and what I'm going to do is use one of them to make it sturdy, and one of them for the height, because I want it to actually be the right height. I don't want it to be above, an avatar's head. I want it to really look realistic. And then I'm using the glass barriers because I thought, hey, if this were a restaurant, it would be really cool to be able to see them back there making the pizza as you're sitting and dining. And so that was the inspiration for that. And I cannot wait for you all to see the second half of this. I made an amazing area in the pizza store or the pizza restaurant. I cannot wait for you all to see it. All I have to do is a little bit of editing, take it from my application, put it into my photos, do a little cropping and speed it up, and then it's ready to go. But I cannot wait for you all to see that and for you all to let me know what you think about it.